citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women, trying to, interact with them at all. I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
The white thing is what built this country, Myron.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, you fucking sand.
Oh my God.
You sand.
Hey,
I'm in it because you're not white. Because you're not white.
Citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry,
You're not white.
Sorry,
You're not white.
Sorry.
Because you're not white.
Dude.
Hey, you fucking sand.
You'd think at some point he'd stop sucking white dick because they don't really fuck with him. But nah, he just keeps going back for more.
Embarrassing.
So Myron just got embarrassed by a white nationalist.
What?
Can't make this shit up. We're gonna be watching that clip along with other clips of white people telling Myron they don't want him. Let's get into it, but first, like and subscribe.
I don't agree with you when you say that none of us exist. Obviously, I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
Right off the bat, he gave him the business. Literally told him to his face he wants him out of the country. Now, this is a little disclaimer. While I will be making fun of Myron and laughing at him and enjoying watching him get embarrassed, that doesn't mean that I agree with a white nationalist.
Well, I didn't say you guys don't exist.
Okay, so
I said that it's not like a viable excuse anymore to claim systemic racism.
But we are real, right? You agree white nationalism and white supremacy is a real.
Yeah, it exists, but it's not to keep anyone from success is my argument.
So if you're wondering what this conversation is about, Myron goes around saying racism isn't real and that there are no white supremacists.
What?
And now that a real one is standing in front of him saying they do exist, he's still finding excuses for them. Absolutely insane.
Do you support white nationalism?
I support any group's people to exercise nationalism. I've been very vocal about this. I think if people want to be black nationalists, people want to be Mexican nationalists, people want to be nationalists in general, and they love their group of people, that's fine. I've always thought it was weird how white nationalists can't be white nationalists without being called some pejorative term or, lose job opportunities. Meanwhile, other groups of people can be nationalists with no consequence. So I think, I think every group of people should be able to be proud of their skin and their heritage.
Well, Myron, you idiot. The difference is that white nationalists want everyone that isn't Caucasian out of the United States.
What?
Also, there are no nationalists from other races. Most normal people are just trying to live their lives, while white nationalists are trying to send them back to God knows where. Including you, Amru. The white nationalists you support want your ass back in Sudan. It's literally not the same thing.
So that's going to be a civil war, right? If there's black nationalists, white nationalists, Latino nationalists, that's just going to be a civil war, correct?
Well, I think that there's ways to, mitigate that and exist in harmony. I mean,
What?
Exist in harmony with white nationalists? Oh my God. Myron, white nationalists want the country for Caucasians only. There is no living in harmony. Myron is so dumb.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
And I hate to agree with the white nationalist, but he's right. That'd mean a civil war. Because again, people don't want anyone that isn't white in the country. Including you, Myron. You would be on your way back to Sudan.
Literally means we don't want to live in harmony. We want to have our own nation.
well, you can do that via segregation. You can do it via... There's other ways to go about it.
It's crazy that Myron just suggested segregation to this dude. Just so he can coexist with his white daddy, he's willing to live through segregation. Fucking embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
And so with the Civil Rights Act, we want to repeal the Civil Rights Act. You are against that, correct?
I just don't think that's that's a realistic option in 2026.
So repealing the...
I understand that you want to repeal it, but we have to be realistic as are you really going to be able to repeal that in 2026 and beyond?
I actually think we will. But
Okay.
do you think that's more or less likely than repealing the 19th Amendment?
Well, the 19th Amendment, I think that's, if we want to talk about the 19th Amendment, that's actually created a lot of the issues that we have. But I think, we'd probably be able to repeal I think it'd be easier probably to repeal the 19th Amendment.
So the 19th Amendment is the one that protects women's rights to vote. Shocker, the white nationalists also want to take away women's rights to vote.
Bruh.
Basically, they want to take away that along with the Civil Rights Act. Both things that will never happen. But these people live in Delulu land.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, the reality is that, whites are, dropping off when it comes to the majority. And then
we want to stop that. We want to get rid of the non-whites.
Of course, I get that.
He says it again. They want to get rid of all non-whites, but somehow that doesn't seem to register with Myron. He skips over it, like he doesn't want to acknowledge the truth, which is that there is no space for him in this movement.
So here's the problem. Let me be blunt about this, because I've had this criticism of white people and white men in general. You guys have to get your women in check.
I
you
know.
guys don't have your women in check.
I agree.
Let's talk about white people. You guys don't have your women in check at all. White women in general don't want to date white men. A lot of them, are totally cool with being whore.
So now the conversation shifts to white women and how they love that BBC and how they're causing extinction of whites or whatever.
You guys need to get your women in check, and that is why you guys have the birthing crisis that you guys have, is because white women don't necessarily subscribe to having children young, having big families. They'd rather pursue,
So Myron, listen,
citizenship.
you're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women, trying to, interact with them at all.
And that's the problem.
Right off
That's
the
the problem. I don't need to be white to give a...
Oof, that must have hit a nerve when he was reminded that he is indeed not Caucasian. He felt so hurt that he defaulted to insulting black people out of nowhere.
See, here's the thing.
No,
You're behaving like a black person now.
Myron,
you're tipping out. You're literally behaving like a white person. You are behaving like a black person. So here's the difference. See, here's the funny part.
Not your women, Myron.
When I criticize black people, they'll sit there and say stupid shit like you're saying. You're not black, so you can't criticize us. You're doing the same chip out shit right now. Because I don't have to be. I don't. See, here's the thing.
You're grifting.
A study has to be made to find out what Myron's obsession is with black people. He has a white man in front of him telling him to stay out of white business, and somehow he's acting like a black person.
Here's the thing. I don't have to be white to be able to identify white problems as to why you guys have the problems that you guys have. Clearly, you don't have the platform or the ability to tell these women to get back in the kitchen. So guess what? Now I got to do it for you because you don't have the platform to do it.
But he just told you they don't want you, nor your help with their women. How does this man live with himself? Like, this is so embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
He's done told him multiple times they don't want him, and he still can't get that.
Citizenship.
You're not white.
Sorry.
We don't need you talking to white women.
The reality is that, look, man, you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. You can be a white now. Cool. I actually fight and defend for your ability to do so.
He just said he fights and defends this dude's ability to be a white nationalist. What? Right after this man told him to his face that white nationalists want him out of the country. Wow.
I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks. I want to deport the non-whites. I want to get rid of the blacks.
Cool. I actually fight and defend for your ability to do so.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I've never seen such egregious and in my life.
Oh my god.
Anyways, that was embarrassing, but it's not even the first time Myron has been told by a white person that they don't want him. In fact, here's another clip of this man being called a sand N-word by a white man.
Can I make this interesting? Can I make this interesting real quick? Myron, you were in MySpace the other day, and I said, you're doing a great job calling these but, if we take this country back, we want it for white folks. And would you go home? And you said, I was born here and I'm not going anywhere. And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites is that once you think you help us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Do you still stand with that answer?
Bro, look, man, I know you're trying to get a clippable moment here for your...
No, it's the truth, man. This is the issue with whites working with non-whites.
We're over here talking about a problem, then you bring it right back into, this whole white thing. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
This whole white thing is what built this country, Myron.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Hey, you sand. You said,
hey,
I am in Florida. Well then, why are you in? Why do you Browns think you could stay in my country? Why?
Guy. Look,
no, it's the truth. Myron, I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine, bud.
Me out of his thing because obviously he's like,
because you're not white.
I'm not going to go ahead and debate you. I'm just going to boot you out of my phone.
Because you're not white.
What does that have to do with anything, dude? I'm not talking to you right now.
Because you're in my country right now. You're in my country right now. You're an invader.
Nothing to do with you.
I really would like to ask Myron a genuine question. How are you supporting and pushing an ideology that doesn't have space for you? Like, that's a fair question, regardless of who's asking. You do realize that if they ever took power, your ass will be on a ship back to Sudan. As that white man told you, just because you help spread their hateful rhetoric doesn't mean you'll be an exception. Myron wants to be white so bad, he wants to blend in with the far right, but the joke's on him because these motherfuckers don't even like him and don't want him around. They only want him as a puppet and only tolerate him when he benefits them by spreading hate, but they won't even let him into their events and gatherings. Here's yet another clip of Myron being refused entry at a Turning Point USA event.
Getting rejected at MFAT. Yeah, so what's happening, David?
Turning Point did a smart thing. They're not allowing Muslims into their conference.
So he's not been allowed in. Security is he's calling nobody because no one's gonna help him get in. So I don't know who he thinks he's calling, but yeah, we got 1 security, 2, 3, and the event security. And he's calling, I think he's calling like Andrew Tate to help him get in or something. Nope, not gonna happen, bud.
They really don't fuck with him.
How embarrassing.
And after all that, he will go back to calling black people monkeys because he is a self-hating Sudanese man who hates himself so much he changed his African name, hoping to get accepted by people who wouldn't piss on him if he were on fire.
Embarrassing.
And as I end this video, I just want to give Myron some advice that might be helpful. Myron, please stop sucking white dick.
Oh my God.
That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, like, and subscribe.